As a hunter, Steve Rinella doesn't just own hunting weapons, he relies on them in some of the most unforgiving environments on Earth. Rugged Alaskan mountains, dense swamplands, you name it, and he's been there. And his arsenal is built for precision, durability, and absolute effectiveness. But which rifles, shotguns, and bows truly earn their place in the hands of a seasoned hunter such as him? In this video, we'll break down the weapons Steve Rinella has used for hunting, from his left-handed Weatherby Mark V Custom and 300 Win Mag to his Custom Weaver Rifles 270 WSM that's tuned for half-inch accuracy. You'll see why he prefers a Beretta A300 Ultima in 20 gauge for turkey season, how his Savage 116 Weather Warrior tackled the brutal conditions of a Fognak Island, and why his Hoyt Carbon Spider Bow proved itself on a high-stakes Nevada mule deer hunt. We'll also cover a rifle that once stopped at charging moose, and another that fetched over $8,400 at auction. Rinella's gear isn't about hype, it's about results. Each weapon in his lineup has a story, a purpose, and a track record of success in the field. So whether you're a hunter looking for a reliable setup, or just curious about the tools of a seasoned outdoorsman, you won't want to miss this breakdown. Weatherby Mark V Custom, left-handed. A left-handed Weatherby Mark V Custom and 300 Winchester Magnum is one of Steve Rinella's rifles of choice. He carried it on multiple hunts, relying on its smooth bolt operation and legendary Mark V action for taking animals across vast landscapes. The 9-lug bolt creates a strong lockup, and the 54-degree throw makes follow-up shots quite quick, which can be vital when going after big game in open terrain. Cerakote finishing protects the metal from harsh weather, so this rifle stays dependable in rugged conditions. Steve's Mark V was set up with a Vortex Razor LHT 4.5 22x50 scope. The custom turret was matched to 180 grain Federal Trophy copper ammunition, so long shots were easier to dial accurately. Weatherby guarantees sub-MOA performance, and many shooters have achieved groups that are even tighter with fine-tuned loads. With a 24 or 26-inch barrel, it handles the 300 Win Mag's power and trajectory effectively. This rifle was auctioned in 2023 for $7,580, and the funds went to conservation efforts, which just shows the high regard Steven has for those. Beretta A400 Extreme Plus First Light Taifa. Steve's Beretta A400 Extreme Plus First Light Taifa became his top pick during Meat Eater Season 12 for challenging hunts ranging from Florida's swamps to Michigan farmlands. This 12-gauge shotgun features a gas-operated system that keeps cycling quick and reliable, whether it's loaded with light target shells or 3.5-inch Magnum rounds. Steve's trips after Osceola turkeys showed how the First Light Taifa's camouflage really helped him blend in while he waited for wary birds. The Kickoff Megastock system lessens felt recoil, allowing for smoother follow-up shots, which mattered a lot when he switched to rabbit hunting in Michigan. Those fast darting targets require a shotgun that points well and cycles quickly, and the A400 delivered both. The Steelium Plus barrel ensures consistent patterns at various ranges, so it's a reliable partner from everything from waterfowl to small game. This model is 49.6 inches in total length, with a 28-inch barrel that balances handling and accuracy in tight spots. With a starting MSRP of $2,049, the A400 Extreme Plus is not the cheapest option, but its durability, reduced recoil, and versatility justify the costs for hunters who expect top performance in a variety of environments. Alright folks, if you've stuck around for this long, you're clearly as into hunting gear as Steve Rinella himself, so why not make it official? Hit that subscribe button and join the crew. Trust me, it's way easier than sighting a rifle, and no chance of a bruised shoulder. Now, let's get back to the action. Savage Arms Weather Warrior. Steve's Savage 116 Weather Warrior, chambered in 300 Win Mag, accompanied him on Fognak Island, where steep slopes, thick forests, and foul weather challenge every piece of gear. This rifle's stainless steel action and barrel resist corrosion, and the AccuStock provides a stable bedding platform that helps maintain accuracy under changing conditions. Steve used Federal Premium Edge TLR 200 grain bullets, an effective choice for targeting one of North America's largest elk herds. Many owners report sub-MOA groups with the Weather Warrior, thanks in part to the AccuTrigger, which offers a crisp break that reduces unsteady shots. The bolt action may not be as refined as some of the higher-end rifles, and that synthetic stock can feel a bit utilitarian, but the rifle performs without a fuss in damp, cold environments. Steve added a Nikon ProStaff 5 scope on a one-piece 20 MOA rail, letting him adjust for longer shots in open terrain. The Weather Warrior is no longer produced, but it once retailed for $1,200. Used models, on the other hand, can be found in the $500 to $700 range. Some hunters might prefer Tikka or Browning alternatives, but Savage fans trust the brand's mix of accuracy and affordability. Weatherby Mark V AccuMark. When Steve wanted a rifle for fast-moving pronghorn and challenging mountain goat terrain, he picked a Weatherby Mark V Acumen chambered in .257 Weatherby Magnum. This cartridge's flat trajectory makes it a favorite for hunts requiring cross-canyon shots, and the AccuMark's 26-inch barrel plus a break gets the most out of the round's velocity. Cerakote on the receiver and bolt offers added protection, and the fluted barrel reduces weight while helping with cooling. Weighing around 8.3 pounds, the rifle is comfortable enough to carry over long hikes, yet stable for precise shots. Weatherby's Mark V action uses 9 locking lugs, which creates a solid, smooth bolt closure. The company promises sub-MOA accuracy, and many owners report even tighter groupings when they dial in hand loads. In one goat hunt, Steve discovered that while the .257 Weatherby Magnum excels for pronghorn and similar-sized game, he preferred more stopping power for large-bodied animals in precarious terrain. This rifle has an MSRP of $2,149 and comes with the kind of quality that serious hunters expect in a Mark V. Weaver Rifles Custom 270 WSM. Steve once introduced his custom Weaver Rifles build in .270 Winchester Short Magnum on social media, explaining that it would become a major part of his backcountry hunts. Kevin Weaver's shop in Colorado is known for truing actions, rebarreling, and crafting rifles that consistently put shots in tiny groups. This particular build included a Vortex HS LR4 16x50 scope, and Steve expected it to drill half-inch groupings at 100 yards. The .270 WSM splits the difference between standard .270 Winchester and .270 Weatherby, pushing a 130 grain bullet to around 3,300 FPS, and offering flat trajectories for medium to large game. Now, some folks have noted that it can be finicky when feeding in certain rifles, or show high pressures if hand loads aren't carefully tuned, but in a well-built platform, it's an outstanding round for mountainous hunting. Weaver's custom rifles often use stainless steel barrels and lightweight stocks, making them easier to carry through steep terrain. Pricing starts around $4,000, plus the cost of quality optics. Steve's rifle also included a left-handed action and an engraved Meat Eater logo, which made it a distinctive piece. It's a fine example of how a carefully crafted custom gun can excel when precision and weight reduction really matter. Weatherby Mark V Weathermark LT. Steve's Weathermark LT in .300 Win Mag captured his attention as an ideal blend of muscle and portability. Weighing just over 6 pounds, it's built with a fluted No. 2 contour barrel and a Monte Carlo fiberglass stock that helps anchor the rifle during recoil. He mentioned that he liked 180 grain trophy copper loads for their reliable expansion and minimal meat loss, which aligns with his ethic of harvesting game as efficiently as possible. This model's Cerakote treatment on the barrel and receiver shields it from rough weather, and the sub-MOA guarantee has always been a hallmark of Mark V rifles. The bolt cycles smoothly and locks up with Weatherby's characteristic 9-lug system. It's no longer on Weatherby's main site, so it can be tricky to find a brand new one. Its missing presence might help explain why used listings are so scarce. However, those who own the Weathermark LT appreciate its combination of accuracy and lightweight. Steve used it on a Texas whitetail trip, though it can just as easily tackle backcountry elk or moose hunts. With the 300 Win Mag's versatility, the Weathermark LT stands as an excellent do-it-all option for hunters who want to stay nimble without giving up downrange performance. Hoyt Carbon Spider. Steve Rinella prefers to hunt with guns, but that doesn't mean he dislikes bows. In fact, he loves them. Sadly, while Steve reportedly owns multiple bows, including an Athens Recluse bow, a Ben Pearson, and a Matthews, details on his personal setups remain elusive. During Season 7, Episode 1 of Meat Eater, he used a bow that was simply listed on the show's website as a Hoyt. The model wasn't exactly specified, but after carefully comparing the bow with dozens of others, we found an almost identical match, the Hoyt Carbon Spider. Now, this was just a guess, so feel free to let us know what bow you think it is in the comments, just in case we got it wrong. This episode followed Steve and Joe Rogan as they embarked on an archery mule deer hunt in Nevada. Steve needed something lightweight, durable, and deadly accurate, qualities that made the Hoyt Carbon Spider an ideal choice. The Carbon Spider's hollow carbon riser keeps the rig light, and the Z5 cam system provides a smooth draw cycle and arrow speeds up to about 332 FPS. It often comes set to around 70 pounds of draw weight, offering ample kinetic energy for big game. A shorter 30-inch axle-to-axle length helps in tight spots, and an 80% let-off means it's less tiring to hold at full draw. The high-end construction includes limb dampeners and a roller guard that helps reduce vibration and noise, which is critical for spot and stock hunts where silence is key. Steve has also shot Easton Full Metal Jacket arrows with this bow, known for toughness and good penetration on larger animals. It was priced near $1,499 when it first launched, which is quite out of reach for the average bow hunter. Carolina Custom Rifle 7mm. Steve's collection once featured a Carolina Custom Rifle in 7mm Remington Magnum that he used before partnering with Savage. CCR is known for building rifles with premium parts such as Stihl or Predator actions, custom barrels from Lilia or Hart, and stocks from HS Precision or Macmillan. Each rifle undergoes rigorous tuning to guarantee at least half-inch groups at 100 yards. Steve's 7mm Rem Mag had ample power for a variety of game, whether moose or elk. In a legendary Meat Eater episode, he also carried a CCR chambered in 300 WSM to stop a charging moose, showing the trust he placed in CCR's workmanship. These rifles are fully custom, so they're priced accordingly. Most start around $4,795, not including optics, and buyers can spend even more if they want additional upgrades or specialized finishes. Steve eventually auctioned one of these rifles for $8,400 in August of 2023, and those proceeds went toward land access conservation. That sale, along with the rifle's performance on countless hunts, illustrates its value. Weatherby Model 307 Meat Eater Edition. Weatherby actually partnered with Steve and the Meat Eater crew to develop the Model 307 Meat Eater Edition. This one's meant to bridge the gap between high-end Mark Vs and entry-level Vanguards. It's available in calibers like 6.5 Creedmoor and 300 Win Mag, with a Remington 700 footprint that gives hunters countless customization possibilities. The 22-inch fluted barrel is threaded, so you can add a brake or a suppressor. Weatherby also included an M16 style extractor, a robust 2-lug action, and a TriggerTech field trigger adjustable from 2.5 to 5 pounds. Ryan Callahan shot it at 1,000 yards at Weatherby's range and proved that it can connect steel on the first try. Sub-MOA accuracy is standard here, with some testers producing groups under half an inch at 100 yards using certain premium loads. At roughly $1,300, it sits in the mid-range category, though it delivers features often found on much pricier rifles. The adjustable stock does require a tool to fine-tune cheek height, But that design choice keeps the system tough enough for real-world abuse. Beretta A300 Ultima. Steve spent many turkey seasons trying different shotguns before settling on the Beretta A300 Ultima in 20 gauge for Meat Eater Season 12. He appreciated its lighter build and reduced recoil, especially when hauling gear through brush to catch a wary tom by surprise. The 20 gauge platform might seem underpowered compared to a 12, but advancements in tungsten supershot have really changed the game. Steve used Federal's TSS loads, paired with Rob Roberts' customized choke. This helped him to achieve tight patterns and ethical kills out to 50 or 60 yards. He also added a Vortex Spark Solar red dot on a look-through rail. This is so he could still have access to the iron sights in case the battery failed. Beretta's gas system in the A300 cycles smoothly, and the kickoff system in the stock helps dampen recoil. A 24-inch barrel balances maneuverability with enough length for tight patterns, which is crucial when a turkey steps into range. The controls are enlarged for easy operation under stress, and the receiver is drilled and tapped for optics. The A300 Ultima Turkey model retails for about $1,079, which puts it in the moderate price bracket. For Steve, it checked every box he needed in a specialized turkey gun. And that's it for this video. Would you happen to own any of the rifles, shotguns, or bows that Steve hunted with? Or do you just got any good hunting stories to tell? Well, make sure to drop it all in the comments down below. And if you enjoy videos like this, please don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and tap that little bell icon so you don't miss the next deep dive into legendary hunting gear. Thanks for watching, and as always, this is Threat to Survival. Prepare today, thrive tomorrow. Embrace the threat to survival.